Hi friends, and welcome to my fourth day of Vlogmas. I woke up feeling much better today. As usual, that's how I know it's just an allergy thing. So I decided to grab the bull by its horns and enjoy some of this coconut caramel and vanilla coffee that I wasn't really sure that I was going to like because I have an aversion to coconut after some weird diet I did a few years ago. Not recommended, kind of silly. But yeah, it was actually pretty good. So I had some of that, made a little bit of granola for breakfast, and then sat down with the doggos to watch some of Nitty Natty's latest Vlogmas. My Christmas sock iron is coming tomorrow, or so the USPS claims. I don't really trust them anymore, to be honest, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to work on, so my truly outrageous shawl was just sitting there, and while I watched Nitty Natty, I picked that up and worked on that for a little bit until Trixie caught wind that something was happening without her, and she absolutely needed to be involved. And what is another day of Advent without a Bakery Bears Advent Calendar adventure? Today we watched as Dan took us around town to do some exploring while I worked on my shawl, and it was, I don't know, it was just really fun and festive. Something that was on my to-do list for the day was to actually fully finish this All Is Bright cross stitch that I finished cross stitching, I think it was yesterday or the day before. So what I wanted to do here was do something that I've been doing to a lot of my hoops lately, which is to wrap this polka dot ribbon that I bought from Amazon around for a decent price. I just take some hot glue and wrap it around the hoop, and it's kind of a really nice finish. I saw someone do this with another caterpillar cross stitch project, and now I've been doing it with a lot of them, and it's super easy and looks really great. Then once everything is ironed and pressed and all that good stuff, you just fit your masterpiece in its hoop and do kind of the usual, I don't know what we'd call it, finishing, I guess. I don't do anything too fancy on this part. Sometimes if I'm giving them away, I'll finish it off with some felt in the back or something like that. But since it's just for me and it's going to go on a wall, I don't know, Scott has to figure that out tomorrow. I just kind of do the usual finishing on this, so nothing fantastic. In the end, just get that cloth hidden away and be done with it. Okay, time to head upstairs for the next part of the day, starting with my advents. This gorgeous pink tonal is from Ruby and Rose's advent calendar, and I absolutely love it. It matches my office. The next colorway we have here is from my Disney Princess Advent Calendar by Yarn Cafe Creations. This might actually be my favorite yarn so far. Unfortunately, Trixie decided that it was a toy just for her, and now I have some damage control to wind this back up. Finally, we have my Caterpillar Cross Stitch Advent Calendar, which is always a treat, and today we got some red and white DMC. Honestly, you can never have too much DMC, especially in Christmas colors this time of year, and especially white, so this is going to come in handy for anything. Once I was done with all my morning brouhaha, I did my hour-long Power Zone endurance ride for the PZPack challenge. This is, again, just something else that you ride in both your endurance and tempo zones. There I am, just finishing up my ride with Olivia, who's probably one of my favorite instructors. But yeah, an hour, I was tired, but it is getting easier, which means that the training is working. In case anyone was curious, I did finish my book, When We Were Bright and Beautiful by Jillian Medoff. Like I said in an earlier video, it is quite dark. Feel free to pause on that if you're interested. But honestly, like, that's my usual fare. Thrillers, this type of stuff with some twists and turns. But yeah, I finished it last night. I get about 20 minutes to an hour of reading at night before bed, depending on what's been going on that day and how tired I am. But I am in, I guess, technically 3 book clubs. Book of the month, where I always get at least 1 book, usually more. And then I'm in Feminist Book Club, which I really love. That's probably my favorite book club. And then I also just joined Illumicrate to see what that's about. I think this one is definitely worth checking out if that sounds like your bag. I need to go review this and post it on my book Instagram, which I'll link below in case you're interested in following me over there. Despite the world working against me by coming downstairs and having to spend 2 hours winding yarn that Trixie tried to eat through, as well as some ornaments, I did get to start this Christmas movie starring Brooke Shields and Carrie Elwes, my childhood crush, while I got to work on Knitability. Finally, it's taken this long, but here we go. I edited for about 2 hours, but honestly didn't make it that far, and I honestly was just so stressed out about the fact I had to do a lot of work to fix my truly outrageous shawl and clean up all the mess that Trixie caused. So, you know, mommy needed a minute, so I had some wine in my Must Love yarn glass and called it a day. So like I said the other day, I have a problem with buying books if someone recommends something. And the other day, Kay mentioned on Bakery Bears, I guess when I was watching yesterday, that she dyed her advent calendar this year based on this book by Rosamund Pilcher. And I got a little sentimental because when I was a kid, my Oma would read Rosamund Pilcher books to me when she was putting me to bed. I couldn't tell you what the plot of any of them were at this point, but when she passed away, I took her Rosamund Pilcher book collection. Now, this book that Kay based her advent calendar on was published too recently for it to have been part of the collection, at least as far as I know. But anyway, so I went ahead and bought myself a copy, and I might make this my next read now that I finished my other book. So we'll see what happens tonight when I get ready for bed. So we know that the type of dog Trixie is, which is a mini Aussie, they have a lot of energy and they get bored really quickly unless you give them a job. So we're still getting used to that because we kind of have 2 little dogs who like to sit there and just be adorable. But we decided that after Scott got home and I had regained the will to live after 2 hours of rewinding all of the yarn for my shawl and reconnecting it to brand new needles because she chewed through those. It was a thing. So once he got home, we decided to take her for a walk to expend the energy. We've been trying to take her for walks, but it hadn't happened today by the time she got into stuff. But bright side, we got to see all of the Christmas lights that everyone has been putting out, and the neighborhood looks really cute. So that was fun. And you know what? My shawl is okay, and I'm down 1 Christmas decoration, but it's fine.
Okay, number 4. Purple Pine Drop Session IPA.
What does that mean?
Session IPA.
We haven't had that one.
Thumbs up. It's Trixie approved. Came down here so he'd stop barking after he ran away.
Yeah, he does that.
It's good. It's light. It's juicy. It's sessionable.
Do the dogs like it?
Dogs are trying to like it.
Yeah.
All right, day number 4.
Found it?
Yep.
What is it? What is it?
Ooh, you're gonna like this one.
Am I? Why?
We'll see.
I want faster. Ooh, it's a piano. For those who don't know, I have been playing the piano since I was 5 years old. It's one of my favorite pastimes, so I loved this.
You ready for your treat? Can you show me day number 4? No?
Stomp 4 times if you know what day it is.
Good, this one? He said this one. He told me. Yeah.
Show everyone your cute face. Not you.
Here they are, the little chicken bites.
Ooh. Anyway, folks, that's it for the 4th of December. It was quite an interesting day, to say the least. I didn't get nearly as much done as I wanted to because I was freaking out about making sure Trixie didn't have to go to the vet after eating like everything in sight. But I will say that this David's tea is a great way to end my night, other than the cross stitching I'm about to go do. This hot chocolate tea was delicious. As you can see, it's some loose leaf tea with some actual little chocolate chips in it, and it was really tasty. I wouldn't say it's like really comparable to an actual hot chocolate. You know, your best bet there is to have like real hot chocolate, but this was really good. I definitely sucked it down as soon as it was cool enough to drink. So 2 thumbs up for me. With that, I will leave you until tomorrow and crossing my fingers that this weekend can be put behind us and, you know, maybe something goes right for a change this week. I'll see you later. Bye.